From Allen Hall on the campus of Onondaga Community College in Syracuse, New York, ESFTV presents college basketball. Today, it's an HVIAC matchup as ESF hosts Kings. Good afternoon and welcome. Thanks so much for joining us on ESFTV for some Meds College hoops. Alongside Will Henschel, I'm Trey Redfield, courtside here in the Salt City for first of 4 Mighty Oaks home games to be broadcasted on ESFTV. And first up, it's a date with the Lions. Will, let's get right into it. Keys to the game for Kings. Go.
So the Lions are coming in with 3 great scorers: Jimmy Wynn, Molly Binnen, and Tyler Bowens. Key to the game for the Lions: feed those 3 guys. We talked to head coach Nick Swedick. He said that offense was designed to go through those 3 guys. You got to feed them. They can get at as many points as you need. Second key for these guys: warm up quick. Long bus ride from Brooklyn up here to the Salt City. Got to get the legs moving, got to get the juices flowing. If not, it's going to be a long game. Injuries could happen. Get loose, get going. And second and third, build off the last loss. It was a 91-86 loss to Word of Life, but 86 points, the most points they've scored all season. Keep that momentum going.
And on the ESF side, it's a team that's won its last 2 games. A big win back on December 12th, 90-45 over Vaughn. What did the Mighty Oaks need to do to make it 3 in a row?
Well, doubling up their opponent would certainly help, but don't give Binnen, Wynn, or Bowens too much space. Like we said, they're the 3 most prolific scorers for the Lions. If you give them an inch, they'll give you a 3. Consistent 90s, that would certainly help. Putting up 90 is a great way to start for any basketball game. I think the Mighty Oaks would try to replicate that to make it 3 in a row. And third, Reed Patchett, Kieran Heffernan. Reed Patchett leads the conference in field goal percentage with 61.8. Heffernan leads in three-point percentage with over 80. They are walking buckets.
It was a rough start to start off for ESF. Started 2021 at an 0-5 record, but the Mighty Oaks are winners of 4 of their last 5. And for the first time since February 5th of 2020, we have Mighty Oaks basketball on ESF TV. ESF, the ones in gold, Kings in navy blue. Matt McFarland tries a 3. That's way too short. Rebound fought for near the wing. Finally scooped up by Heffron, but they say he walks.
And an aggressive start for McFarland. He exploded the other night against Bryan and Stratton Syracuse for 25, but not getting off on the right foot there.
It's a career high from the sophomore as a drive to the lane is good from Molly Binnen. He averages around 20 a game. He gets the party started for the Lions. The 5 on the floor for Kings is Nick Rommel, Tyler Bowens, Molly Binnen, Morton Hansen, and Jimmy Wen. Wen and Binnen were dominant last time out against Word of Life, both scoring 29 plus. Wen was the one that had 29. You look over to Molly Binnen, he had a season and team high 33 as Christian Rossi gets on the board. The Mighty Oaks have their first lead.
That's Rossi averaging over 16.5 points a game. He's a weapon from deep.
The 5 for ESF, Rossi, Logan Cianco, Matt McFarland, Reed Patchett, and Kieran Heffron as Wen tries a 3. That's off the iron.
Both teams really trying to work in the 3-ball early, not going too low just yet.
Cianco on the left wing as the Mighty Oaks swinging around. McFarland was on that 2019-20 squad as a triple's on the way. That's no good from Heffron. Rebound scooped up from Tyler Bowens. The Maryland native finds Wen. Hansen on the fake, going on the drive, an offensive foul is called.
That is a great, great take by number 34 in yellow, Kieran Heffernan. Not only is he a sharpshooter from deep, but he's a great defensive presence. Big body listed at 6'0".
Heffron taking the charge there. He's one of 2 players not from the state of New York. Actually one of 3 now with a new addition. Ryan DeSawyers is the latest addition to this Mighty Oaks squad, but one of 3 players not a New Yorker. We haven't seen that since the 2014-15 season as the triple from Cianco is no good. Binnen taking it up as another offensive foul is called.
And head coach for this ESF team, John D'Antonio, not happy, it appeared, with Christian Rossi on something involved with that play.
Patchett finds McFarland down low, who finishes. Patchett averaging around 7 assists per game. Finds McFarland, the York native, to put ESF up 3.
McFarland is going to be a huge centerpiece to this ESF offense. He's only 6'1", but is actually one of the taller people on the ESF squad.
Binnen going to the rack, can't get it. The rebound scooped up by Patchett. The kick out to Siako. He wants 3. Give it to him. Logan Siako says +2. Actually, they say it's a 2-pointer. So instead of a 6-point game, it is a 5-point game. ESF leads 7-2.
That's about as long a 2 as you're going to get.
As Kings answers right back. That one is a triple, coming from the right hand of Morton Hansen. He's averaging only 1.5 points a game. It's a very short Kings squad today. 8 players did not make the trip from Brooklyn to the Salt City today.
Looking at not 1, but only 2 players on the Kings bench right now.
Hepburn kicks it out to Siako. This time, no, it's another 2. How close can he get to the 3-point line?
In the referee's defense, it did look like Siako was towing the line on that one.
So another 2 from Siako as Wen goes in on the drive. He can't get it. Going opposite hand to the glass as he picks up a foul. That's not what you want if you're Jimmy Wen, one of the best players on this team, averaging a little over 11 a game.
Yeah, Wen, he is one of the most prolific field goal scorers on this team. He's averaging just a tick over 35%, but just hasn't been able to get it worked just yet around the rim.
Siako with it once again. Grand Island native kicks it out to McFarland. Hepburn now going in on the drive. He can't get the rim. Rommel gets it and he finds Hansen. Owen fakes, goes inside. Strong defense from the center, Patchett. You do it on both ways. Patchett averaging 18.5 a game as well. Siako from the elbow, can't get it. Rommel with another board. He doesn't average much of those, only 1.5 a game.
Timeout Kings.
As Kings will use its first timeout of the game.
It was interesting to see kind of the shot chemistry that a lot of the teams have been using. We've seen Molly Binnen really try to crash the net, go into the rim deep, as he does, as he's one of the, he's averaging just under 20 points a game. That's unbelievable. And shooting just under 40% from the field. So he is definitely kind of the guy that you want around the rim listed at 6'5". But the ESF Mighty Oaks really trying to incorporate the 3-ball.
So Nick Swedick, the one calling timeout for the Mighty Oaks. It's his 3rd year, 2nd season, because the Lions didn't play last year due to COVID-19. But he got it. He got his bachelor's at Kings, went to his master's at NYU, but he's also been around this Kings program a lot. He was an assistant coach for the men's and women's team before taking over as the head coach. He's also an assistant dean of students at Kings, so he's involved with the academics of Kings in New York City.
Yeah, busy guy over there at Kings College.
Rossi's double team kicks it out. And open McFarland will try a 3. He can't get it, Went with the board. Pass to an open Rommel, but the Mighty Oaks get there immediately. Referee Todd Kirky says it went off of Kieran Heffron last.
Yeah, it's staying Kings ball.
Binnen, the leading scorer for the Lions, is stripped away, but Wen picks it up. Went down low, was looking for Binnen. Instead, it bounces off of McFarland. Lions will reset. 20 on the shot clock.
That's a strange bounce pass to take, as there were 3 Mighty Oak bodies in the passing lane from Wynn. They could have easily stretched it out, but chose not to.
Kick out to Wen, thought about the 3. Instead puts up a floater off the glass and in. Kings gets back on the board. The deficit cut to 2. Working quickly to the rack, that's no good. Patchett with the putback, that one will fall.
And And that is why he is the conference leader in field goals at 61.8%.
Rommel from the corner, that's no good. Rebound by John De Palma. Kings Park native majoring in landscape architecture. Patchett going in on Hansen. Hansen with the defense. Moore shaking his head, telling Patchett, no, not today, my friend. Thinks about the three, instead finds one on the corner. He'll try it. That's no good. The rebound by McFarland. Rossi with pace. Going in on Bowen, that's no good. Offensive board by De Palma. Patchett with the jumper, that is well off the mark. Spinning goes in on McFarland. It's too easy.
That's bread and butter for the Lions all season. Fast break, give it to Binnen, 6'5", take it to the rim.
The Turkey native making it a 2-point game once again. Palma finally finds his man. It's Patchett. This one much closer to the rack, but still can't find the bottom of the net. Binnen going in on another drive, offensive foul.
These Mighty Oaks, you could say, starting to act a lot like trees, getting in the way of the lane and taking out any kind of offensive drive that Binnen wants to do. That's the second time that he's been called for a charge.
Binnen and Swiatek very upset with Todd Kirky, the one who made the call, arguing that feet were moving, but Kirky was the one that disagreed. That's Hunter Waldman with it. He just stepped in the game for the first time. Siakko going on the drive, a mismatch against Binnen. Mighty Oaks swinging it around. Rossi, the hometown Syracuse native, now out to Siakko with one on the shot clock. That won't go, but Patchett with an easy lay-in. There's a reason why he leads the HBIAC in field goal percentage, and it's because of Patchett's presence down low.
And he's the reason why they get so many of those points. He's the tallest guy for this ESF team. Not the tallest team by any measure, but when you put a 6'5" guy under the basket, good things are gonna happen.
It's a big height advantage. Kings over ESF as a foul is called. Goes against Hunter Waldman. That's the first foul on ESF today. Props to John D'Antonio's squad. Took the Mighty Oaks to get a foul, just 8 minutes of play, as another one is called here. This one will lead to a trip to the charity stripe. It's Cade Nicholson going to the line for a couple.
Yeah, that was Reed Patchett who got blown dead, and I'm not gonna lie, that looked almost like all ball from here, but ref saw otherwise from his angle, and they were going shooting freeze now.
As Nicholson can't get the first free throw. That was his first attempt of the season. Comes out of Phoenix, Arizona. Loves the location, great opportunity, great academics. Big reason why he chose Kings. He can't get the second either.
It's unfortunate too, because any basket that he makes would have been his first points of the season as of this game.
Played last time out against Word of Life. Didn't have any buckets there in just 3 minutes played. Waldman down low to Patchett. Going to work on Tyler Bowens. It's a 6-point ESF lead. Binnen moving quickly, down low to Hansen, a beautiful fake and an even better finish. Hansen making the Mighty Oaks look foolish there. McFarland with the spin, tries Binnen, he's unsuccessful. The 6'5" junior making it look too easy. Three from Nicholson is off the mark. As McFarland grabs the board. Pass out to Rossi. His try gets swatted away. Was looking for Patchett as Binnen goes in on another drive to the rack and does it again. Mally Binnen, a force to be reckoned with. It's back to a 2-point lead for ESF. Magic can't get that one to fall. Pellissier grabs the board. Andrew Pellissier averaging less than a board a game. We have a whistle for Jimmy Wen coming in from Mally Binnen.
Yeah, Binnen was talking to one of the refs. But for both these teams, somebody's got to tell them that they got 30 seconds on the shot clock. I don't think I've seen the shot clock go past 20 seconds in about 5 minutes. They are fast break after fast break after fast break. Somebody's got to tell them they got 30 seconds and 2 halves to play.
But when you have a guy like Mally Binnen who can just drive down the lane and make it look easy, sometimes you don't need all 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, it covers 94 feet in about 2 seconds.
Bowens and Wen playing catch. Wen will try a 3, and Kings has its first lead. It's second, check that. It's first in a little while, though.
Yeah,
it's been 9 minutes.
The Lions back in the driver's seat.
Farland going in on Bowens, but he's poked away by Wen. Wen gets stripped as well. ESF moving quickly. Here's the Palma. Bounce pass to Waldman. That won't go. But the putback by McFarland is good. ESF back in front, this time by 1. Bowens finds Wen again. Can he do it again? You bet. Jimmy Wen back-to-back triples to put the Lions up 2.
So after starting slow, Wen, who's one of the most important scorers on this Kings side, is finally finding his stroke.
He's been cold as of late, only averaging 8 a game in his last 5. But started hot. The season opener 17, second game 16, third game 15. Wen finding his groove once again, especially after having 29 against Word of Life last time out. Wen goes down low to Pellissier. Pellissier's in some trouble. He kicks it out. Nice behind the back pass to Wen, who does it again. Oh, that's 3 straight triples. It's a 5-point game.
Wen pulled the trigger, but Bowens loaded the gun. What a beautiful behind the back bounce pass.
So if Wen just did that, what did Sianko just do?
Banged a triple home.
So Kings up by 2, 8:44 to go in this first half. Some men's college basketball for you on ESFTV. He's Will Henschel. I'm Trey Redfield. And Will, these teams are just going back and forth. You mentioned it, not using the shot clock either.
I know. The shot clock was invented right here in Syracuse, but they have no regard for it. The shot clock may as well be 12 seconds in this game, I swear. They're just going back and forth. It's fast break. They're looking for the first shot they get every time, and whether that's down low around the rim or it's spreading it out and looking for a corner 3 like we just saw from Jimmy Wen.
So Kings the one to use another timeout there. That's the Lions' second. ESF has yet to use any of its 4 timeouts.
This is going to be the 1-2 combo of Wen and Bowen starting this push from the Lions.
Binnen is still on the bench for Kings. Bowen's the one barking out some orders. 20 is his season high. He had 12 last time out against Word of Life. He gets stripped, takes it hard to the floor. Still finding an open Pellissier who finishes. What an effort from Bowens, the senior. As Hepburn can't corral it, had some butterfingers before the game. Wen kicking out to Bowen. As Wen has an open look, he can't get it this time around. His first miss in 3 attempts. Can he find a better answer this time around? You bet he can.
Bowens
the Lions up by 7.
Sorry, but Bowens and Wen getting telekinetic right now, just finding each other in the open shots and just racking up point after point for the Lions.
Stepping into the game for the first time is Michael Samuel, the New Jersey native. He finds an open Patchett, who hits the bottom of the net. Around 7:25 left in this one. Kings up by 5. long tray on the way. That's no good from Bowens. Off the left hand, couldn't get it. As Waldman goes in, kicks out to Samuel. He'll try a three. Don't give it to him just yet. Nice board by McFarland and a better finish. Matt McFarland bringing that down with one hand, making it look so easy. It's a 3-point lead for Kings.
He got up there. He muscled that ball back into himself and got the easy two after the board.
Bowens going in on the drive, can't finish. Rommel with the rebound. Nicholson gets it back. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Haven't heard that much today. Now down to 5. Wen, step back tray, that's no good, very short. Efren pushing with speed, finding an open Patchett, thought about throwing it down. He couldn't, but hey, he's going to the line.
That last possession we saw by Kings, one of the first time that they've actually gotten close to expiring the shot clock. Got down to 2 seconds before Jimmy Wynn pulled the trigger. And that's a credit to ESF's defense around the perimeter. They were really closing in and not giving any of the three shooters any kind of space.
Patchett can't get the first. Came into this one shooting 70% from the line. It's funny, the Geneva native has had either 28 or 14 points in his last 4 games. Just going back and forth with one another. 28, 14, 28, 14.
You see, he had 28 against Penn State Scranton and was actually a perfect 12 for 12 from the field against Cayuga Community College.
Mighty Oaks won that Penn State Scranton Tip-Off Classic. They took down Penn State Scranton and Bryan and Stratton Syracuse.
That win against Penn State Scranton was actually the first win of the season. That made him from 0-5 to 1-5. And then starting with that Penn State Scranton game, they've gone 4-1 in their second 5 of the season.
Mighty Oaks looking strong right now, that's for sure, as Rommel can't get it. Coach Nick Switek mentioned to us he wants to be at that point where ESF is. Looking good so far, but the lead is down to 1 for the Lions now. As Logan Sianco gets the lay-in. But Switek wants to be at that point where the Mighty Oaks are in the HVIAC. That's the goal, trying to create a winning mentality. As Jimmy Wen gets the lay-in here, Kings with a quick answer. Samuel open in the corner, but Rossi tried to go to the rack, went down hard instead. Bennett going on McFarland. He's double teamed and he's fouled as well. Mally Bennett, the junior guard from Turkey, led to the charity stripe.
Yeah, been on the bench for a little while. He's back on the floor now and immediately making an impact as he gets the Lions 2 free shots, which could extend this lead all the way to 6 points.
Bennett hits the first. He's now 47 of 64 from the line, averaging around 74%. Been in the finance major, wanted to go to Kings to have all the financial opportunities in New York City.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good spot for it, I would say.
Yeah, you're about a block and a half away from Wall Street. I don't think there's a better place to be.
The world of investing, my friend. It's a 5-point lead for Kings. As now stepping into the game, he's on the right wing, is Ryan DeSawyers. Just passed it to Reed Patchett, but DeSawyers making his Mighty Oak debut today, the Massachusetts native, as Wen is fouled, trying to go to the rack. This one will be on the floor. But DeSawyers, the freshman from Achusetts, Massachusetts, you were told by D'Antonio that he was on the roster today as Wen's triple toilet bowls out. Sianco fakes the 3, instead goes inside and gets the deuce.
It's been a game streak so far. King starts building a lead, ESF goes into a lull, and then the script just flips. ESF starts building up, and King's still ahead, but not by as much as they were a couple minutes ago.
Lions doing something that's really helping them out is moving the basketball a lot. As Binnen finds Rommel down low, who finishes with 5 on the timer. What a find from Binnen. Mighty Oaks need a basket here ASAP. Sawyers, the long pass to a wide open Rossi. He'll try a 3. That's well off the mark. Hatchet with another board. He'll go up with it. Can't finish. Sawyers gets it this time, and he gets his first points in the Mighty Oak Gold.
The freshman making an impact early, but the Mighty Oaks are lucky that he found the basket because they were finding nothing but short iron that entire possession after a couple of missed threes and a couple of missed shots from the inside field.
So a timeout on the floor, 3:52 to go in this one. To my right is Will Hetchel. I'm Trey Redfield, and Will, Kings is really looking strong right now. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't really expect this from the Lions, a team that only has 8 players traveling today, but hey, Kings is getting it done, and you have to give them credit.
Oh, absolutely. They're short-staffed for sure, coming off a long bus ride, but right now, not only are they keeping it competitive, they're keeping it in the lead, and I think that is a credit to some of the performances that they put up in their last game. We just mentioned a little earlier, game on December 11th that they had. The loss against Word of Life, they still put up 86. They were actually scheduled to have a game between that game and their previous game against the Webb Institute, which was unfortunately canceled. But a strong win against Albany Pharmacy, 61-39. That proves that they've got a good defensive side, but also a strong offensive side, as we saw in that Word of Life game.
He's got both sides coming back out on the court now. You mentioned the bus ride, saying it was this morning. Yeah, it's true. Kings made the trip from Brooklyn to the Salt City today. We talked with Coach Sweetic on Thursday saying, hey, you know, what's your plan coming up? He says, oh, we're going to get up early in the morning and come up to Syracuse. The look on our faces were the ones we're making right now, wide-eyed at one another. We were shocked.
Yeah, that's a pretty early bus ride, but hey, he said they were used to it by now, so all the power to him.
Got to give it to the squad who's up by 3 and against a team that's leading the HVIAC and ESF. Binnen with a try in the paint, it's a swish. Mally Binnen picking up right where he left off before the timeout as Kings is up by 5. Sianko up top goes to McFarland. This time 2 seasons ago, last time he was in the ESF Gold, he had the lettuce, he cut it, as that one won't go. McFarland trying to get the steal on the other half. Just got away with a hard foul there, some would say. As Binnen goes in on the drive, he's fouled.
I don't know what happened to Mally Binnen when he spent that stint on the bench, but he's come out a changed player. He's driving the basket a lot more aggressively. He's finding way more space on his pivot and getting the shots off, and now he's charging in, drawing fouls, sending himself to the charity stripe.
This is a place where he's used to. He went to the free throw line for 12 shots last game against Word of Life. He made every single one of them. You hear only the net on that one. It was just so pure, but
net barely moved.
Yeah. He had a season and team high 33 points in the 5-point loss.
You know what's even more impressive?
What's even more impressive?
He's scored no fewer than 11 points in every single game. Single-digit point totals do not exist to this man.
He's also had a couple of double-doubles as well, the most recent one coming on December 4th. Kings now leads by 7. It's Nate Recker with the ball. First time he stepped in today, the Onondaga native. Staying home just like Christian Rossi. Sianko will try a 3. That's off the mark. Wen gets the rebound. Bounce past the Bowens. A nice behind-the-back pass from the senior. Nothing much doing after that, though. Binnen goes in. He'll try a jumper. He gets that jumper. The lead is up to 9 for the Lions.
Tyler Bowens discovering the lost art of passing. He's had some beautiful feeds today so far, and it's only 2 minutes left in the first half.
Sianko stops his dribble well away from the arc. Rossi finds Recker. 5 seconds on the timer. The triple is good from Heffernan. That's how you respond. The deficit cut to 6.
Yeah, the 80% three-point shooter had to show up at some point, and he just did in a big way. This game could have gotten out of hand for ESF. That basket keeps him in it.
Binnen guarded by Patchett. 2 of the conference's best, and Binnen makes Patchett look small there. Goes right over the center on that jumper. Rossi going down low, but Wen strips it away. Good defense there by the freshman. Looking to create some impact on offense as well. He can't get it. Looks like he was on the other side of the backboard there.
Yeah, it looks like, I think he was actually.
As Sianko gets stripped on the left block. The no-look pass once again from Bowens, and another finish from Wen. It's a 10-point Kings lead with 43 seconds to go.
I don't even know how you compete with that. Bowens looking one way, feeding a bullet of a pass to win the other. ESF, no chance.
Patchett getting triple teamed. Binnen with strong defense, but finally a foul is called. Lots of physicality being shown in the paint by Kings. As McFarland will check in for Patchett. Coach Antonio going small. Not many tall guys on this Mighty Oak squad, Will.
Tallest guy on this floor right now for ESF, Matt McFarland, 6'1".
As Heffernan will try another 3. That's back-to-back. The freshman guard making things look easy. So we'll have one last shot coming from Kings. Bowens taking it up slowly.
Some defensive confusion from ESF right now.
Owens averaging around 14 a game. Can he get a couple here? Didn't get called for the foul as the buzzer beater won't go. Nick Rommel tried it, couldn't get it. But something Kings does have, it has itself a 7-point lead over ESF. The Lions leading the Mighty Oaks 43-36. And Will, a short staff for Kings today, only 8 players on the court. But the Lions are making the Mighty Oaks look weak out there.
Yeah, like you said, only 8 players on this team. You would expect somebody would have gotten tired at some point, but all the players that have come in that we've seen so far stayed strong and stayed consistent.
So ESF trailing by 7, halftime now. We'll be back for second half action in just a few moments.